Coming at you from Scratch Wolf Studio. It's that time again to rage across the internet. It's your very favorite Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. As always, I'm your host, Porter. Sitting to my left, he was fired, but he's still here somehow. It's CJ McCall.
Howdy, y'all.
He doesn't taste like apple, but he's got plenty of jacks. Mr. Daniel Tyson.
Hey, everybody.
And she's definitely a flake, but she is not frosted. It's the Invincible M. What did I switch to cereal?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
I have a couple of questions.
We can field them in time. It's the episode for it. But before we get to that, I'd like to welcome everybody to, again, Rage Across the Internet. The Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. If it's your first time here, this is where we talk about various aspects of werewolf, from player to storyteller, Goliath the Elder. And if it is not your first time, you're probably questioning what the hell was with that intro too. But it's good to see you.
Let's go, Porter. I don't know. I think that intro was great.
Boo!
I'm just wondering what I flaked on.
You son of a bitch.
I think you got a little poop on your nose there.
No one's going to believe that wasn't planned. Everyone in the thinks I just set you up for that. And I'm above it, frankly. I am better than it. There's a reason you were fired today. Yup.
But I'm still here.
Man. Jesus.
You know, he's the guy who makes my brain snap, crackle, and pop.
Why?
Well, that time because it hurt you.
Well, yes. Yes.
So yeah, welcome to the show. This is really what we're like.
Yes, it is.
Should be a fun one today.
I hope so.
But before we get into it, it's time for a little something we like to call This Week in Bullshit. Danny.
Yeah.
Take that. You're up.
All right. Well, we got some sad news. You know, we're all about to lose the longest nap competition. Chuck Norris has passed. Yeah, the longest nap competition. He's going to win.
It already happened.
Right. He's still going to win it.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's just got a head start on everybody.
I'm pretty sure he died like 30 years ago, and death was just too scared to catch up.
You know what's interesting about this?
What's that?
I don't know if interesting is the term to use. It is that the day before, and like we're talking less than 24 hours, we were in Discord talking about Resident Evil, and we had decided that Barry Burton was going to get all of the Chuck Norris memes.
Ah.
And that might have done it.
Oh, so it was your fault.
It's possible.
Did we kill Chuck Norris?
God, who all was in that conversation? There was a few people in that conversation.
You, Wrath.
No, I know me and Wrath. I didn't want to necessarily throw Wrath under the bus.
Well, you were asking, so.
Yeah. He was trying to leave him out of this.
Sorry, buddy.
And,
late now.
And I also don't want to blame people who weren't there.
That's also true.
Because I feel like Tom was, but I don't want to blame. That's Lord Tom. I kind of don't want to make him involved if he wasn't.
Yes.
Like if he was in periphery.
Those
right.
who are there
I don't want to. I don't want to put them in the line of fire for everyone else, though. I don't want to go. Our buddy Wrath killed Chuck Norris. But it's possible.
Maybe we already have the
we can
wraparound.
isolate that. If that could be the wraparound.
If it is, we shouldn't be talking about it now. But no, we've lost Chuck Norris as of this recording.
Right,
it just died.
That'll be old news by the time this airs.
True, but
it is this week for us, Timeverse, right?
Right, exactly, Timeverse.
Yep.
And that's not the only one, though.
Sadly,
we also lost Nicholas Brendan, who many of you will know as Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 episodes in a row. Buffy the Vampire Slayer gets brought up.
Weird.
That one sucks.
Topical.
A little bit.
And we were just talking about Buffy last
That's
fucking week too.
Thanks for listening to the podcast.
No, it was just, but it's the case of we were just talking about Buffy last week, and you guys were just talking about Chuck Norris earlier this week. We're 2 for 2.
I think it's just that we're talking about old things, and these older people
Nicholas
are...
Brennan was like 53.
Yeah. Chuck was old.
Yeah, Chuck Norris was old.
Yeah, she was old.
But Nicholas Brennan wasn't.
Chuck was 86.
Yeah, Chuck Norris is
seems
not a
little more
surprise
Right.
necessarily. He was the correct age. But
Right.
Nicholas Brennan had a heart defect,
Mhm.
and so he died in his sleep.
That's a bummer.
That sucks
that's
too. He
too
had a
bad,
rough
man.
road after Buffy.
So I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of dependency issues, if you will.
Hmm.
But fucking sucks. Also, one of my very favorite comic artists, Sam Keith, also died.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that one.
Creator of the Max. Yeah.
Okay, I knew that name was familiar.
So my favorite Wolverine artist too. Worked on Batman, did Marvel Comics Presents for years and years and years. Just it fucking sucks. So everyone's dying and it's great. Sure, I'm next.
Yep.
I hope
Welcome to the worst timeline.
Fuck. But yeah, that's mine. It's a bummer, but I guess
Well, now that we've got the Angel of Death out of the way, Em, what's going on this week in bullshit?
I am still very addicted to Valheim.
As we all are.
Yeah, that is going around right now. Even more so.
I also got a new pair of headphones.
Very nice.
Porter cannot see, but everybody else can. I don't have a big thing all over my head anymore.
There's a sentence.
There were those they're the open ear headphones, the ones that transmit to your bone
Like a Kodak.
the vibrations.
You're living in Metal Gear.
I've been seeing ads for those, and I've been thinking that's just like an absolute fucking gimmick.
I mean, it
It
might
is
be a
not
gimmick.
a
You just
gimmick.
fell for it.
They're working. And a few years ago, a friend of mine, whenever I was teaching, had a pair. And she let me use them, and they're pretty nice. And then I feel like the technology is probably advanced since then. I'm really not sure. But
I don't disbelieve you, right? Like I everything you just said, like nothing is crazy or wrong, right? But once upon a time, 3D was the wave of the future and not at all a gimmick. And then it was the wave of the future and not at all a gimmick. And then, like in the aughts, it came back again, and it was totally the wave of the future, backed by Sony. And there were TVs in your home that you could, and then the theaters, and it was the wave of the future and totally not a gimmick.
Hell, there was a fucking little handheld video game system called the 3DS.
yeah, I remember the 3DS. But the thing is, that's just tech. This is actually just doing what sound does. Because sound is... No.
I mean,
Sound
it is tech.
is just the vibrations from the little hairs in your ears. And so it's just transmitting those vibrations a different way.
Yes.
Well, no, I know she's doing gymnastics to not admit that it's possible that she got took by a
This
fad.
is just what it is. But I got them because...
I'm not even saying it's true.
I got them because...
But listen to her jump around the possibility of it. It's not a pyramid, stupid. The triangle's upside down.
It's a funnel.
It's a funnel.
But yes, I got them because the noise canceling headphones, I speak a little bit louder with those on because I can't hear myself very well. And I keep Mac up. So this is an attempt to not do that so that I can stay up at night like I normally am.
I was going to say, part of that
Without
problem is
being
you're
a
playing Valheim to 4 a.m. No, I know it
It's a
is.
good time, okay? This way I can do it easier.
I feel bad for how much trouble I'm going to get her in as this continues on. I feel a little responsible for the Valheim situation.
It happens.
Addiction.
What's it called? You're going to name that keep up in the north, keep couch at this point with how much time you're going to be spending there.
Oh, yeah. How do you say single again in Swedish? Oh, fuck. All right, CJ, what's going on this week in bullshit?
Well, big thing is I had Session, one of my new game startup, and getting some new players going, doing some first change stuff, and minor character work. They haven't gotten far. They're getting to the sept is the big thing, and having some fun with character descriptions, and ending a session with a player being terrified by a set of descriptions is always fun. Whenever it's meant to be a terrifying situation, as a storyteller, when I can make you actually feel something.
Oh no, absolutely,
I'm doing my
that's absolutely
job.
the goal. I actually sat in on this session, and I can confirm that he freaked people out.
I don't know what that's like at all. You're cannibal taquitos.
That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the one you pick. There's several.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, you have freaked me out.
There's
No.
family.
Right, Teddy Tall. If it's got Teddy Talltail already, he's in good shape.
Out,
yeah. Vermilion, he wasn't a huge fan of.
Vermilion pisses me off. Oh, God. Body horror.
I might send a care package up that way one of these days with the new art trend of the flesh bears.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen those?
I posted a couple in Discord yesterday, I think.
Yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It was an Etsy store I was going to promote, but they're sold out, so I guess I can't.
Yep. I know one of those caused a big fucking stink in, I think, LA, whenever one was just left outside a convenience store.
Yikes.
Like, they had a full SWAT team called on the area because somebody reported a bear made from someone's face.
It's so funny. So funny.
No.
How stupid do you have to feel responding to that call?
Probably very.
Like, as the member of SWAT.
Yeah. It was before the big trend happened.
You also have to remember there's people that are like obsessed with these old serial killers.
Okay, the Teddy Ruxpin killer was not real.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about like we got the people that are weirdly obsessed with Jeffrey Dahmer and all those.
Like,
who knows what kind of crazy shit some
there's a limit
are out
here,
there doing.
Right? You're not going to make an actual teddy bear out of real human flesh and like put a bomb in it. Right. So you're calling SWAT on the flesh bear. Exactly. It's one or the other.
One or the other.
So when you show up for the flesh bear, you know that's not exploding. You feel like an asshole. You should feel like an asshole because you know that's not a bomb. Yeah. He worked too hard on that to make it a bomb.
Yeah, it's either a bomb.
Right. And if it's just a teddy bear, and forget the flesh bear part, right? Like if it's just a teddy bear you got from Walmart, and your SWAT being called in because some asshole saw a teddy bear on the floor and thought clearly that's a bomb.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like it's different between like a large suitcase left at like an airport unattended for hours.
Or like a box that says boom, motherfucker. I could see someone going, right, like the boom motherfucker box left in front of a fucking quick stop. I understand calling the cops on.
Yeah.
I also understand that being a hoax, but that's a better safe than sorry situation. Timmy dropped Mr. Cuddles is not a call the bomb squad situation. Dibs on Mr. Cuddles is an antagonist name. Yes, I am.
You're trying to terrify Annie.
Yes, I am.
It is a goal.
I get a bonus if he cries.
You already got the bonus for making me almost throw up.
That was awesome. It's true, almost.
I gagged pretty hard, okay?
All right, only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades, dude.
It was close. It was so close.
Which, by the way, if you see a horseshoe sitting around somewhere, do not call the bomb squad.
There's not a bomb in that.
Right, there is not a bomb inside.
Not a hand
you
grenade.
do not need SWAT for a horseshoe. Unless it's attached to a horse with a missile on its back. Then
Wow.
maybe.
That's a hell of a thing. Or what do you got for this week?
I mean, that was a lot of bullshit there. But I do have something.
All right.
And I believe, if the timing is correct, this is going to be aggressively topical. So I have, I'm going to say rediscovered.
Okay.
Amazon has season 1 of American Gladiators up on Prime.
Okay.
Fucking, so I'm watching it, right? Because, those of you who were around at the time, American Gladiators was a fucking blast, right? If those of you who maybe are familiar with Nickelodeon Guts, that was the kid version of American Gladiators.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
And that ran for years.
Yes.
And the reason, I don't know what's the reason they're running it, but the reason it found my feed is Amazon is rebooting American Gladiators.
No shit.
Yes. And they're airing it in chunks. So it's like the first group of episodes, and I believe are landing either in April or May. But I didn't write it down and look it up because I want to talk about the original. Right. So this might be super topical. Like, you might be able to go on Amazon right now and watch like the quarterfinals of the new American Gladiators reboot.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Because it's done tournament style, and they're doing it in 3 groups. So I'm assuming it's like the quarterfinals, the semis, and the.
Okay.
I'm just guessing. But that's how the original format went.
Right.
But so I'm watching this original, and I'm loving how, because, I'd watch it, I'd catch it like on Saturday mornings, right?
Yeah.
Saturday afternoons. I didn't show up on time to watch American Gladiators. You caught it and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I am amazed with how low rent season 1 is. It's like they filmed it in a warehouse with like a $50 budget. It's so crazy. Like, the bleachers look like some high school shit, but like they try to hide everything, right? So like there's what I'm going to call a cardboard fucking thing and podium in front of the, they're hiding the fact that this is the lowest run operation. There's like 30 people in the stands.
I'm vaguely remembering some of this. Yes.
There is no safety equipment. Like, fucking first couple episodes where the Gladiators gets concussed just playing through it.
Holy shit.
There were people that fucking, again, it's a tournament style. There are men's and women's brackets, right? They're fucking being bounced off the show for medical.
Oh, no shit.
Like, dude's knee blows out, and the quote trainer, they're not saying doctor, is like, yeah, you're out. You're no longer allowed to participate.
Yeah.
You might not walk again. We don't know. Like, people getting hurt. There are like fights breaking out because like the gladiators are getting mad and like going after people.
Oh my God.
It's amazing. Fucking, and then, because Amazon has season 1, but season 1 is like the first 2, I guess the first 2 tournaments. Because like they do the first tournament, right, and the 2 winners from that. Then they do the second tournament, and the 2 and the 2 winners from that go head to head for like the Ultimate Gladiator off order. So it's both brackets, right? And in the second one, they had it's like the second season basically. They had a legitimate budgetary increase.
Oh,
like everyone has helmets. There's a new event. There are like 3 new gladiators plus the 2 that they replaced.
Yep.
I believe because of injuries.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The one blew her knee out and was replaced in the finals.
Oh, wow.
With like a stand-in gladiator.
Yep.
And then she never came back again. So I'm not sure she has that leg anymore.
Yeah, what kind of competitions are they doing?
Well, it's where to say game. They call them games. It's their home.
Well,
no, they are. I
mean, they're competing, right?
But I'm using their term though. The games. I'm going to use it loosely. It's mostly all full contact sports adjacent.
Yeah. Adjacent.
Yeah. Well, there's the one where you take the football and you try to run a small touchdown past a gladiator. And if you don't get tackled into submission, then you go into a gladiatorial ring and sumo fight with the other one.
The final one being the joust with like the sticks with the massive pads on the end of it, and you're trying to knock somebody off like a small
but back
ledge.
then it wasn't the platforms first season.
Right?
It was just like a long plank with trap doors on the ends.
Oh my gosh.
There's the cannonball where you're on the rope at the scaffolding, like I'll call it 30 feet high. I'm not fucking measuring. And in the competitor jumps on this little rope swing and crashes into the gladiator who is on a little podium with a tackle mat. And so the purpose obviously is to knock him the fuck off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway through first season, they had a rules change that you were no longer allowed to kick.
Wow. Well, it's probably what caused most of the injuries.
But took half the fucking tournament to go, we should probably not let them kick while they're swinging down from the fucking rafters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Half a season to figure that out.
Yeah, it's all events that probably would be nerfed to shit if not allowed.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how much of that is retained. Like, I know Joust has to come back because it was such a big deal with the Q-tips. But again...
The Q-tips?
but again, they didn't have helmets.
Yeah.
Or pads. It was get up on this fucking rickety scaffolding and fight this bodybuilder until one of you falls off.
The names always killed me. The names were hilarious.
That's another great thing. Because it's true. The gladiators were a little bit of they were kind of the stars. They had their personalities. It was like Wrestlemans.
Turbo and Diamond.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, you had Gemini, you had Nitro, and you had Malibu, who looked like Lion-O. Like from the Thundercats. He looked like Lion-O.
I try to remember all the names. Ace.
I feel like having a character and a personality is part of the whole shtick there.
Yeah, the girls, you had Lace.
Lace, yep.
Diamond. Who was the sultry one. You had Zap, who was buff as shit.
Uh-huh.
Her fucking... She loved showing off her guns, dude. Those things were fucking bigger than Danny.
Kind of a big guy.
and then you had Sonny.
Sonny,
in the first season, who did not fit at all. Right? You had fucking Flex and Gemini and Murder and Bloodlust. And Sonny. She's the one who lost her leg and died. I don't know that.
Maybe.
I don't know if she lost her leg and I don't know if she's alive or not. No, but she's the one who got hurt and never came back. She was never mentioned again. It was a low-enough operation that I think she was maybe under the floorboards of the original Gladiator. They just like fucking shoved her under the rug and dug a hole when everyone went home. I don't know.
But they're trying to rebuke.
Yeah, they've done it before, unsuccessfully or to limited success. I don't know.
Limited success, yeah.
But yeah, Amazon's bringing it back. I'm really excited.
That's hilarious.
I hope they get some old gladiators to commentate.
They should, or even participate.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I'm sure they all look like Jesse Ventura right now.
Exactly.
In fact, they might look like Chuck Norris right now.
Yeah, we don't want anybody breaking it up.
That was in poor taste. I don't care.
That was a little rough, yeah.
No. Fucking and all the roids they took.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they look like Jesse Ventura. They are just skeletons with skin hanging off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I looked up an image of it a minute ago, and a few of them looked like they were on some steroids.
There's a documentary. They even
is there really?
Yeah, there's a documentary. I don't remember where it was, but there was a couple of them. Really? They were pretty much pressured into like steroids, saying like, no, we needed to look buff. We needed to be just absolutely jacked for the cameras.
I mean, it's their only job,
right?
Yeah,
like your job is to be buff, talk shit, and hit the fucking the process server from Omaha.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember where I saw it, but yeah, it was a very quick clip. But
that was always fun about the contestants too. They'd be like, "He was a high school football star and father of two."
Yep,
he's fucking accomplished. Shit,
he's got this in the bag.
Ken Murphy from Salt Lake City, Utah. He's
dream.
read a newspaper and heard of hockey. Good. Now he's gonna joust with Bonesaw.
Oh man,
I love it. You gotta check it out. It's great.
That's going to be so much fun.
1990 was that first season, and it's very much of the time.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
So it's on Prime for you guys. Check it out.
Sweet.
I think we've probably taken up. That's This Week in Bullshit. I think we might have run long. I don't know. It's crazy.
Probably a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, but we're having fun.
It's probably going to be the recording session anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were questions mentioned earlier. And this is the show for it. Because we are back to the Junk Drawer Diaries. Those who aren't aware, that is the name still of. I know last time, right? But I like the Junk Drawer Diaries. I like the sound of that. Fucking, I know I was naysaying last time. Fucking, I changed my mind. Right? And that was the whole point,
drawer.
right? Because the Junk Drawer Diaries is where we take your questions. We actually have a junk drawer room in the Discord, which stem from the fact that we get a lot of questions that couldn't make their own show.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So this is what we do. We throw them all in the junk drawer, and every now and then we pull open the drawer and we fucking reach our hand in and pull out a matchbook and a bunch of ketchup packets, a couple pennies, some twist ties, and exactly
that phone charger you've been looking for.
And that's what your questions are: a ketchup packet, a couple nickels, a battery, and a phone charger cable. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we had a pretty good surge of questions. So, like, holy crap, we, I don't know, out of nowhere, we had a time to do it again so we don't get too many and have to, like, do 3 or 4 junk drawers in a row.
We have never done 3 or 4 in a row.
No, I know. Yeah, we've had to do part 2, though.
Part 2 once before, but that was because we were
done several.
When we were trying to come up with episode ideas, I was looking and we had a whole bunch of questions here, and it had recently been emptied, so I thought it was a perfect topic.
And I agreed.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing it.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yeah.
How about you take it away, sir?
Yep. Okay. Our first question for this junk drawer comes from Op. Have you ever played a character that you absolutely hated?
No. I only have the 2.
Yeah, man, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So not in Werewolf. When I was playing Vampire, though, I think I've mentioned the very, very poor SE that I had at one point in time that was just murdering people's characters. He would murder a character, you'd make a new one. He'd murder a character, you'd make a new one. He'd murder a character. You get the point. Within there were a few characters that I was just like, here's an idea. It's different from the last. And I did hate a few of them, but they died really quickly.
That's the time to do it, I guess, right? Even like you have no faith in the character living anyways. You're like, it's a Presses server from Salt Lake City, Utah.
He's heard about hockey.
He's heard of hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, after I came up with like 5 or 6 characters that I really enjoyed, died after a couple of sessions, it was time just to throw out some bullshit.
I can say yes, but that's because storyteller.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of playing all of the characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Similar answer for me.
On purpose?
I mean, a lot of the time when you're making an antagonist as a storyteller, you want the character to be dead.
Well, how about I throw you a slightly different question, Porter? A character that you hated to play.
I mean, that is the question, right?
No, not just that you just hated, because like I made Gary. I hate Gary. I love playing.
No, I see the distinction. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Reese. Reese burns bridges. I never had fun in that role.
That's fair.
I mean, you go, ooh, he's a dick. Yeah, but so's Dooley.
And you love
Jim Dooley is amazing.
Yeah. But Dooley was fun.
He's a scumbag, but he's awesome.
His appeal.
Yeah.
There was nothing fun about Reese burns bridges.
Yeah, it's that difference between the character who's just a dick and the one that's a scumbag.
Oh, Jim Dooley. Fucking getting tired of this shit there, Tonto.
Yeah.
I can't want to do the rest of the show. Is Jim Dooley now?
I
Hey, Baldy, what's up?
It's fine. It's funny.
I had a one-off vampire character whenever I was first playing Vampire that I hated after a very quick while because it was a joke character who survived longer than they should have. I tried to kill this character off, but the ST liked them. He liked the joke.
Oh,
And so there was a couple moments that, like, I'm pretty sure the dice killed me, but he decided, no, I like this funny character.
I've been there with that.
yikes.
I made Gary to be a hateable Silverfang character, the kind of guy who thinks he's hot shit and is going to prove it to everyone.
Not at all like Reese.
A little bit, yeah. And he was just a fun, petty little scumbag who I loved how fast all of my players hated
I enjoyed
him.
that too.
Because it was the appropriate response.
Didn't or did I just was this my headcanon? Didn't you kind of base him off a Guy Fieri? Fury Rory, that idiot.
That was part of his description, was he looked like Guy
There we
Fieri's
go.
heroin addicted.
See, so it wasn't my headcanon.
That's okay.
I
It took me
I
a second to
remember that,
remember who it was. Okay. That Gary.
Yep.
the one he partially named after the Woodward Dream Cruise.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking CJ's players. I helped with that. I was partially responsible.
Nice.
Ha! I did it to
Yep.
you too.
CJ's
That's true.
CJ's old players at this
It's
point.
a mean thing to say about
But
Ren.
yeah. Who knows, maybe Gary will make an appearance.
I just pointed it directly just at him.
Yeah. It's fine.
Everyone else gets a pass. It's just
Yeah.
he's the only old one. I don't know, Wrath already took shit today.
Yeah.
Murderer.
Wow.
Community's getting love today, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
What do we got next?
Yeah, what's next?
So next we've got a question from, hey, speak of the devil, it's Ren. How would you use Fomori in a more natural way in your games? This is one of those cases of Ren. I think you might want to reword questions like this in the future. What do you guys think?
Well, Fomori are pretty unnatural.
Yeah, I don't know what he means.
I think what he is trying to say is how would you use Fomori in an organic way in a game? Introducing them rather than just being, walk into a room, there's the Fomori. How do you kind of build it into the narrative a little bit more? That's what I'm assuming, at least.
Because, I mean, they do make for good little monsters of the weeks. You just need a cheap enemy to throw at somebody. Here you can introduce a Fomori. Not much setup needed, but you can do a lot with them. And I've kind of had ideas for a more naturally occurring set of Fomori that I've just been calling the family right now, and it's a very much Hills Have Eyes sort of isolated group that has just existed in this one area for
Like the Bledsoes.
decades.
Out of I don't remember which book anymore. Possibly Rage Appalachia. But dude, the hillbilly family of moonshining Fomori.
Yeah.
Nice.
For those who don't immediately know what I said when I said the Bledsoes out of fucking nowhere, my bad.
I use context clues since, Appalachia and then what I was just previously saying, they have the hillbilly stereotype out there a lot. So that makes sense. But
Yeah.
no, the kind of that Fomori family where the gene pool's a circle, if not a puddle.
Nice.
Puddle.
Circle.
It's a fun little instance of, yes, these are Fomori. Yes, these are twisted individuals corrupted by Banes. But to them, this is just Saturday. This has been every day.
To maybe go the other way with it, because we're not entirely sure the angle here, or I'm not. I don't want to speak for everybody else. If you mean natural, as in less just appearing out of nowhere, you could easily do something like that waitress at the diner that you go to time and time again. There's Katie. She was the one that was she worked at Hops before she got fired. because of the fucking soft drink incident. You root beer stealing son of a bitch. But, you know, every day there's Katie giving, oh, I know your order. You know, oh, how you guys doing? You know, that waitress that you know because you're a regular.
Right.
That maybe she starts to get sick. Like a little cough. She's had a little bit of cough for a bit. You're right, Katie? Yeah, I'm okay. Just, or maybe, you know, she's been stressed. She's looking a little more haggard. She's been working doubles or something of the, you know, maybe there's a little problem at home, but you're not super close, but you're a little concerned because it's your waitress, right? She doesn't ask too many questions. She's friendly. She knows the orders. She knows when to fuck off. She knows when to, you know, she knows her shit. A good waitress. It's hard to come by.
Yeah. The one who already has your drinks at the table as you
Exactly. You know, I don't know, some of you who've been places who've had that kind of service. You don't want to lose that kind of service. You want to, you remember that lady's name. You tip her well. You like that person. Could be a dude. I don't care. But, you know, and then so maybe she's getting sick. Maybe she's getting short with you. And then maybe one day she's dropping off your food and she's looking nauseous because she's been getting sick and she throws up maggots.
Oh.
And as you're freaking out, she looks up and her eyes are glowing red and she spits some of those at you. You know, that bile's acidic.
Yeah, like it's already eating through the table.
Right. Like, oops, you watch the transformation happen in real time. You watch the fucking last straw.
Rough.
Yep.
Yeah. I had something relatively similar planned with the werewolf game that I was running when I was still in the US for my friends. Where I think I mentioned the Gem Bros that were selling pretty much MLM like pills to like make your muscles get bigger.
Vaguely, yeah. I vaguely remember this.
I was going to have those guys slowly turn into femoris over time.
See?
Okay.
And start doing things like, because I knew like my players, they all really enjoyed the gym. So I knew that they were going to go to the gym at some point or want to go to the gym at some point. So I wanted to make the plot around that.
Perfect.
And so I was going to make these guys, one, intolerable because they wanted to sell these products to them constantly. And then after that, they were slowly becoming femorized and maybe accidentally killing somebody. And then purposefully killing somebody and spiraling that direction. Just getting buffer and buffer in a more inorganic and obviously fake way.
So as they were getting more femoride up, what do you crank up or down the Mark Wahlberg of it?
I'm going to need you to translate celebrity.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I don't think that helps.
No, it doesn't.
That really does.
Feel the vibration.
He's just a very Jim Bro-y kind of
Yes,
celebrity.
Yeah.
I think so. They were pretty Jim Bro-y in the first place. They were like, hey, bro, what's up? You want to try some of these subs? I've got these subs. You want to like join and like you can sell them to your friends. And you got to like take 4 days, eat meal, all that nonsense, right?
No,
It's like the Herbalife brands.
yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. But as it would amp up, they would get more aggressive about it. Like, you really got to sell these, dude. Like, you know, taking the wallet, taking their money, giving them the pills.
He's just fucking prying their mouth open. Fucking, you got a chug, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
You jabroni.
Like
Jabroni.
I feel like Mark Wahlberg would use the word jabroni unironically.
Which is, it's kind of funny because he
feels
did
right,
a
yeah.
movie with The Rock who used the word jabroni a lot. And it was about
The one about the bodybuilders who like did the murder thing or whatever. It was based on a true story.
Yeah.
And if you can't tell, the pills were tainted.
Marky
Crazy,
Mark
right?
was always also in the Transformers movie where there was the fucking Romeo and Juliet laws were firmly detailed. Michael Bay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Which was also directed by Michael Bay, the workout.
Well, of course it was because they're probably Jim Bros. You jabroni.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
What's it? I was going to give another example going back to that waitress for a moment. because this is all the slowly building up sort of thing. If you wanted to do it just a little quicker one of these times, if say, crime in the city is getting big or like some big tensions going on, that waitress that you know so well just doesn't show up for work one day, doesn't show up the next day. Eventually, maybe you're concerned, maybe you talk to one of her friends, you're going to go check up on her. This is where we introduce one of my favorite fucking Banes, the Rotwalkers.
Ooh.
She got killed in a drive-by. She just went home after.
Oh.
And now you get to find how her kids are, dealing with mom coming home late from a shift and acting weird.
Oh, I love that.
And slowly falling apart.
That's good. Fucking go, CJ. You could also do a Hollow Man, because those are rad.
Oh, those are creepy.
Those are fucking
like you go to check on her because you know where she lives somehow, you creep. And there's like 50 rats living inside of her skin that answer the door.
Oh no.
She goes to open her mouth,
Yikes.
right? And all you see is like a rat head and a bunch of glowy eyes, and you hear a bunch of squeaks instead of like words.
Oh man, that's creepy.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's always fun. Yeah, next up we have Hush. In W20, OpenSeal says it can open almost any closed or locked physical device. What are the limitations on what the GIF works on, and how would you use it in a more creative manner?
Limitations are a fun thing.
Okay.
This is where we get the, I don't want to say never ending, but it seems to be never ending mother's touch debate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Why do you have to set the bone? You don't have to set the bone. We do because there's no fucking ceiling on it.
Right.
Fucking, I mean, more than that, but that's not what this question is. But, the lack of limitations on some of these GIFs can create problems like that. For me, I mean, obviously you look to the difficulty, right? But I wouldn't have it work on anything overly complex. A padlock, a door lock, a bank vault. No.
Really?
I would call that too complex.
Okay.
Yeah, or like something that like requires a fingerprint if you're doing something futuristic, or like an eye scan.
Right.
I feel like those would also be overly complex.
I agree. And like if you were going to give those a shot, I would make those like a difficulty like 9.
I was going to say, unless you're ramping up the difficulty significantly.
Yeah. Like if you're going to allow it all, it's like a diff 8, diff 9, not to be fucked with. Creative uses. I mean, I think at that point we're taking the only way to do this. How liberally we're using the word lock.
Mm.
Yeah. Like that's the big thing is like I can imagine somebody trying to do like bypassing like the password on something, trying to use OpenSeal because hey, the device is locked.
See, I agree. And no, I would say aggressively not that. Let's keep other stupid uses. Because this sounds exactly like something Hush would do. That's not true at all.
You just wanted to give him some credit.
I just want to give him some crap.
Everyone else got some. Might as well get some to Hush.
Yeah. No, for real though. Dumb shit. And this has nothing to do with Hush, but like, hey, that group of like 15-year-olds might do. It's like, I'm gonna use OpenSeal on her bra.
Oh, Jesus.
I said it was dumb shit.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the point, is dumb shit, right?
That was funny.
Right? Like, see, because it's got the hook, so it's locked. Like, no, but I could see the right group using.
You have to touch it. You have to touch it to use OpenSeal, don't you?
Oh, God. Okay, your fucking context for a second there. I don't remember.
Yikes.
It's been a while since I've read the fine print on that gift.
I just found it. There's no fine print. The werewolf can open nearly any sort of closed or locked physical device.
Well, physical devices. Well, because again, now if we're making shitty, stupid arguments, I'm going to open your heart. We're going Grinch style.
It's too complex for you.
Jesus Christ.
Perfect.
Eddie.
But this is a closed
Yep.
physical device, so the bra does track.
So the heart is a physical thing, and Danny is very
Fair.
closed off,
Open his heart. Use open seal.
right?
Maybe you can use it to open the rib cage to get to the heart.
There you go. I'm
Yeah.
using
Oh,
I'm
fair.
using open seal on the Black Spiral Dancer's rib cage. 6-ag.
But yeah, like, yep.
Don't allow that. That's
But, like,
an
yeah.
example of no.
Yeah, like probably my good rule of thumb for its like main limitation is there has to be 1 to maybe 2 moving parts for whatever is locking it. So, you know, like a deadbolt latch, there's the turning for the deadbolt and then the actual latch shooting out into the door. Like, that's probably the height of the complexity. But this is also where I could see something like handcuffs. OpenSeal working on those guaranteed.
I like that though. That's a really
Yeah.
creative use.
I like that.
Or, in theory, if your character doesn't know how to do it, you could use OpenSeal on a firearm to take the safety off, since usually it is just a button push.
But is that?
That also, I think that would also be creative.
I would
yeah.
argue that though.
To take the safety off.
Yeah, I would argue the safety is a lock. And I mean, we would sit here and debate it back and forth, right? Like on a normal day, we're not gonna, but we totally would on a normal day. I don't know where I'd fall on that. I think if one of you tried that, there would be a bit of a pause and a discussion on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like jam technology on a knife.
Right.
Yeah.
Should that work? It shouldn't work. Does it? According to the book, yes, it does. It's a diff 9.
Which is so weird.
Yeah.
But it does work.
Yeah, it's a diff 9 to essentially dull the blade. But that's still...
But I mean, it makes it
I
not
wouldn't
cut.
say it's tech.
So it's not even dulling the
Yeah.
blade, because I can stab a motherfucker with a butter knife. If I got to prove that, Danny's going to have a bad day. But I can prove it. You know, they just won't make it cut. So
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
should open seal work on the safety of a gun? I'm going to say no. But with the precedent of jam technology on a knife, I would allow it.
Oh, okay.
Because that is creative use.
If you're taking the safety off, I could definitely see that working because you're essentially unlocking the gun. But yeah, even then, it's probably going to be a higher diff, despite it being a fairly simple mechanism.
Yeah, I think that's where I fall into. Like, I don't agree with it, but I would allow it. And that is a creative use, which kind of, I mean, at my table, right, I reward creativity.
Yes.
It's like, I hate this, but I'm going to let it happen. It's going to be hard as shit to do. But I'm going to let it happen because that was really smart and creative. Fucking.
Now, this does give me the idea. It'd be so fucking cool if we had a reverse version of OpenSeal where you can lock anything or make something function as a lock. So you could be in the middle of a fucking hand-to-hand fight with somebody and put their safety on.
I love that. Also, my inner ragabash. As soon as you said that, the first thing I thought is I would use it to reseal the can Danny's drinking out of before he takes a sip.
That would be pretty fucking funny.
Right?
You go and take a sip, like, what the fuck?
I reached for I reached for my Red Bull, and I'm like, ooh, I'd use that to seal this again, just to fuck with somebody.
Yeah, fucking, we need a closed seal gift now that I'm thinking about it. Because, how many times have you needed to keep somebody from going through a doorway just to buy you a little extra time?
And just Lars them.
Right.
Yeah, just Lars them. Hey, and maybe with closed seal, you don't actually need a lock present on some of these things. It just, stays in place for a moment.
Maybe. I mean, we're so off topic. I don't care. We're so off topic. It's just next time Ricochet starts to talk to KT, you just use that on his mouth.
I mean, maybe next time he talks to Alana, we'll test it.
Oh, God. I'm bad with Alana.
No, fucking, that's Night Fang. It's not even Night Fang. I just start impressing that, it didn't really happened.
But I really did like the handcuff idea, though.
No, that's good too. Yeah, but
That's
what's funny though is the thing I've noticed about OpenSeal while we've been discussing it is most of the things you use it for, you could just use brute force for instead.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the thing is, are you trying to be conspicuous or
I mean,
inconspicuous?
you're right, but also, right? Like, oh, handcuffs. No, that's a good one. Or I'll shift to Glabro.
Yeah, this is just shift.
Yeah.
Or lupus.
But like if you're sitting in the back of a police car for some reason.
Again, you're not wrong. I agree with you. But also, you can just use brute force.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. But I'm not wrong.
That's very true.
It's one of those things of like, it's that fun little creative moment of, once again, creative use, like using a falling touch on somebody trying to interrogate you or torture you.
Fuck them. That was frustrating for me. Made me think of the A-Team. Not the show, the movie.
Oh.
In the beginning with Bradley Cooper's Face Man, and he got caught with like the cartel leader's wife or whatever, and they're going to burn him up at the stake, and he's just like fucking around and joking.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, good, we're having the cookout. You can make up some quesadillas. Yeah. Just made me think of that right there.
They did pretty good at that movie.
I know, it's a shame it can become a franchise. Fucking deserved it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway.
Next question we've got from Daphne. How do you get better at describing things in games? I have a vivid picture in my head. I write it down in my notes, but the moment I say it out loud at the table, it seems flat. Cardboard town, as Porter would say.
Well, I mean, the short version, right? This is the thing, is I know we answered this on the day, because every now and then I will do that with a drunk drawer question. But practice. And that sounds like a terrible, like, that's not the answer you want, right? But practice is the answer. You know, we all get better as we continue to do things, knowing your script, you know, giving it a run through, saying it out loud before the day is important. That helps. Or even just getting used to doing that in general, right? Many times in the past, I will in my head go over stuff. I practice in my head, like I'll fucking work on the cadence or the speed. I just go through it over and over and over again. What's the best way to deliver it? How does this sound? If you need to record yourself and listen to it, maybe that'll help. It's not something I've done, but I know it can help people. Saying it out loud, just like with Gyro Names, say it out loud, practice it. And the more you do that kind of stuff, the less you'll need to do that kind of stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not the answer anybody wants. I know I would love to go, you just fucking pinch your forearm while you're saying it. It'll cure it all. Just reach over and pinch your fucking bicep. You'll know you're not dreaming and you'll deliver the lines better. But there's no magic trick to this, It's just keep practicing your craft and you'll get more confident, you'll get more used to it. And your voice is your weapon, it's your tool here. So just keep wielding that motherfucker. You'll get there.
Yeah, something I've noticed learning a second language now is I have to think a little bit differently. And I feel like that's also useful in the way of you're thinking one thing in your head, but when you say it out loud, sometimes it doesn't sound the same as you were thinking it. And so that's where really saying something out loud, saying that description, even if you're alone in your house, you can kind of tweak that to make it feel a little bit more alive. And the more you practice something, the more confident you get at it.
That's exactly it. Don't be afraid to sound like a madman. Just fucking speaking out into the void to no one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, every once in a while we'll get those questions. And when they're good questions, I know you like to answer them immediately.
Well, especially if it seems like it's pressing.
Right.
Yeah, this seemed like something that could be applicable like the next session they run.
Right. Because we don't know when the next junk drawer is going to be.
Right.
We don't know the influx of questions we will or won't get or what our schedule looks like. So it's like if this is going to be important, helpful now, I will try. Sometimes I will answer those early. It's like this is still of use on the air. We can still put it on the air.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think I did answer that on the day.
Yeah. And that's why I was mentioning it.
One thing I will say to add on to the practice, layering your description. Because I know as somebody who started off with D&D and who's played a decent number of games under various DMs, when somebody describes a room, they always describe what you see. And that falls flat a lot of times because, yeah, no, you could describe this empty, dark dungeon. You know, it's dark, the walls are gray, there's like skeletons hanging from one wall because of manacles, blah, 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 blah. That's description. But play with the other senses. And sometimes play with the vagueness of a situation. My game last night, one of the pack woke up in the middle of a mass casualty event. And aside from a few instances, I tried to avoid mentioning the bodies everywhere. A lot of times I used, you know, the gore, the viscera, the mess, or what used to be a person. You know, the sounds, the smell, the dripping, the constant iron. Fill your search history with sketchy shit like, what does a rotting corpse smell like?
It's creepy, dude.
That is, you know, applicable to werewolf. How many times do you think you're going to stumble across a rotting body?
Or have you ever stuck your hand into a pile of blood? That has a very specific feeling.
I'm just giving more hints. Just show after show, she's slipping them in there.
Yeah.
What's it called? One of my favorite scents to bring up in scenes that always catches everybody off guard. That is fun to know because, hey, son of a firefighter, I've heard the descriptions, I've heard the stories. Burning bodies smell like buttered popcorn because of all the fat in the body melting away.
God. That's so wrong.
With a undertone of hot dog water.
Interesting.
Siege, you did it.
But you see that? You hear that from Danny, guys.
That was real.
Little...
It's the...
But, you know, just that two little tidbits added to the description of, you know, this burning building potentially. Nothing sight related, nothing sound, just those two little smells can help get your players in the moment and get reactions like that.
Right, and I'm super happy you brought it up, right? Because, again, werewolf, like you point out, it's not just sight.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a fucking brilliant, good move. You know, talking about scent and hearing and fucking, yeah.
Those two scents together just creep me out. Oh, God.
One of the usual things I do whenever I start a scene or start writing a scenario is I try to just go through, like, the first session of my last game, I went through each individual scent as they, like, slowly came back from the players coming from unconsciousness. You know, what do they hear? What do they smell? They finally can start seeing something and just work through that to help set that tone. And it usually helps scenes get more interesting just in general.
No, that's good. Well, shit, I'm thinking about it. Our last postmortem, the by firelight postmortem, which was March's.
Correct.
Yeah, and about that too. Shit. But you know, in that story, one of the lupus characters was telling a story around the fire. And if you recall, not only was that a different format because it was a lupus character, but the term scent to scent came up.
Oh,
as opposed to eye to eye.
Right.
Because that's the primary scent, you know, that's the primary sense for the lupus. So even a shift in perspective like that can go a long way.
That's right, yeah. I remember, that was a fucking cool story. There was like 17 words in it.
It was almost a haiku, it felt like.
Perfect. It was a kasaiku.
Next.
Hot dog water.
Ugh. Why does this coffee taste like shit? I don't know. Just use boiling water. Did you take the hot dogs out of it first? No.
CJ.
So, next question is from Ren again. What are some of the biggest surprises your players have done in a game? Be it storyline or character focused? Or because a fight went one way and you're surprised the pack used a tactic or did something unorthodox?
Well, I think just to get this out of the way, because I think it's the obvious answer. For years, we have brought up the end of the guilty. and Tommy Dick said making a decision that I did not see coming, which not only changed the Chronicle, but cut 2 stories from the Chronicle. We all know this one. Moving on. Danny, fucking CJ, I'm somebody else.
I'm not sure if everyone knows this by now. For me, like all my stories, everybody, well, not everybody, but like all of Jaeger Gorefist's stories are all out to be heard. So if you're a member of the Ko-Fi and you have all the postmortems, you've heard them all, and all of the Ricochet stories are all out, and those are my only two characters. So
yeah, but
Have me or M done anything to surprise you in our game?
I'll say, as far as surprising for the Ricochet, I didn't think Ricochet was going to. I don't want to say he was going to fall for KT. I didn't think that was going to happen, but it was kind of funny that it did. So that's been a fun character moment. I'm also very surprised Carly has been doing the with the last couple of games, her little cagey thing, holding on to Carter's secret. That surprised me,
Yeah.
but understandable now with what we know.
I certainly wasn't expecting the level of caginess either, but it made for an interesting part of the story.
Right.
fucking, I'm taking it out of the chin.
An ongoing part of the story, I'm sure.
It's understandable now with what we know now,
Mhm.
but at the time it was very surprising. Yes.
What you know now as people, or what you know now as characters?
Yes. Both is the answer.
All right.
Do you have any particular moments your players surprised you?
Not huge. Nothing like big. Just like small little things. Like their mission was to do X, and I expected them to do XYZ, and they did Z. They just skipped to the end sometimes. A lot of the times, you can't plan for what people are doing. I ran a story where they were needing to get back photographs that somebody took of a Garu, and they were going to publish them in the newspaper. So they had to break in and, get the copies from the black room. And they went through the back door like I expected them to, found the black room, took them, and didn't fall for the trap that I had set, that they had already printed them and had them in the writing room. So they went to the writing room to make sure. So yeah, that surprised me. I thought my players would have fell for that one.
Fair.
Yeah.
I had a moment where in a game completely unrelated to Werewolf, I had set a landmine of a cursed camera sat in the middle of this abandoned and desiccated house, like a classic Polaroid camera. Just sat on the bed in the middle of this room that hasn't been touched for 10 years or so. Molds everywhere, everything's rotten. This one camera is pristine. The players picked it up, took it with them, and nobody used it. I expected somebody in the group to have used that camera by that point. It wasn't till nearly the fucking ass end of the session that one of the players was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just take a selfie. Let's see what happens.
The Polaroid.
The fact that it took it that long, because I had that fight planned out where they found the camera.
Yeah.
Not in base camp. Not in their HQ in the area.
Is there a Bane in the camera?
Essentially, yeah. A giant centipede made out of arms and torsos.
That's
With
a
a-
surprise.
With a charred human head with an eyeball in its mouth.
Ooh, I like that.
And they brought it to base.
Yeah, when he took the selfie, he looked at the Polaroid and it was bursting out of the wall behind him.
That's
And then it did it a
That's
moment
funny.
later.
oh, that's great. I like that. That's good.
So, next up is from Jaro. What books would you recommend for a brand new ST to start their collection with?
This is a fun question because the answer is never the same. And while there are going to be crossovers, there are going to be some different books. And I think that's fantastic. So for me, I'm going to keep it to 5. I say we keep it to 5, right? Because we're assuming werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no one's going to be like a mummy, the mummy core. No one's going to say that,
Yep.
right? So there's going to be some crossover, but okay. So I'm going to start. I want to say Core Book 2, Storyteller 3, maybe Umbra 20, Guardians of the Cairns, and Axis Mundi.
That's going to be my guess for you.
Okay.
What does that mean? For you?
Like,
I just want to let you put some stank on that. And I guess those are the piece of shit answers, I guess. I don't know.
No, that was so it's just my guess.
I would agree with your list. I don't know which one I would replace from the 5, but I would recommend Book of the Worm.
Fair.
I just think that one's a really fun one. It has a lot of pretty good inspiration in
Which
it.
one would you recommend?
The Book of the Worm?
Which Book of the Worm?
There's a lot of them.
Since there are the different
The
editions.
one I use, I think it's the newest one. I don't know.
So 20?
Probably.
20.
Yeah.
There's so many of them.
Well, there's 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Choose one. Pick your poison.
Yeah, for ST specifically, I'm going to avoid a core book because that really does depend on the edition and your style of running, and I haven't gone through all the core books. I only really know the 21 per se. And while it's a good place to start, it's also not, because that's a lot, and there's some shit in there that needs to be different.
Be refined.
It's a little general.
Can I interject on that real quick, too?
Go for it.
I think the problem with the W20 core, and we're using problem in quotes, right? Because it's a good book. I mean, it's got great art, especially that full color. The PDF is fantastic. Like, I don't have a lot of shit to talk about it except to say this. It suffers from both too much and not enough information.
Mm.
See, because when they made it, they integrated all the player's guide shit into it because they didn't know there'd be another book. And that's great, except for there were other books.
Right.
And when they put in the player's guide shit, other things had to get pushed out, which leads to some inconsistencies.
Big time.
Even on the player's guide stuff, like, for example, there's no Kylindo in W20.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that it's
mentioned,
referenced.
but there's nothing.
It's not published anywhere in W20.
Yep.
Recently in our actual plays, you guys dealt with a Bane called the Klaus, which if you look in the renown chart is referenced directly. There is a renown value for killing a Klaus. The Klaus does not appear anywhere else in W20.
Oh, geez.
Yep.
That's
right.
wild.
It's only in 2, by the way. I couldn't find it anywhere else. I looked for its fucking stats, obviously. I couldn't find it anywhere.
So it's one of those things
except for Core Book 2. Right. That's my point. So just a quick interjection there. It's because there's stuff that's missing that shouldn't be missing.
And so, and a core book feels like it's going to be the place you want to start your collection with, just at all anyway. So I'm going to go with a little bit more of less starting and go with more expanding. Like, you've got your core book, you got your basics. My definite recommendations are that Umbra 20, Axis Mundi. Book of the Auspice is one of my personal favorites because it gets you some different ideas and different takes on certain auspices and character inspiration. It's also a book that you're going to be giving to your players all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah. Different perspectives
if
all
they're
the way
new
around.
players. And now for expanding out your repertoire of baddies, Freak Legion.
Okay.
Because it delves a little bit more into the Fomori and the various nastiness that you can get from them, where Core Book 20 gives you like the toolkit and how to make a Fomori. It feels like, once again, too much and not enough in some cases.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And if I had to pick a 5th, Red Talon Tribe book to help you understand lupus.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Works a tribe book into the Storyteller Essentials. I love it. It's outside the box there.
Sorry, Jaro.
Why? You got a bunch of good book recommendations.
That just means he's going to have to buy all the books. He's like, oh, I got all these. Now I want all of them.
You use our affiliate link to Drive Through RPG. It's on the website.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. And we all kind of went with the pick 5 thing.
Well, I thought it would be, because here's the thing: if you don't limit it,
Mm-hmm.
then we could sit here all day debating the various merits of all of the books.
Yeah.
There's like 100 fucking werewolf
Yeah.
books. Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could say go spend $1,000 and get all the books.
right. I thought limiting to 5 would be safe.
Yeah. I mean, when I did my first story, I had a core, the Storyteller, Book of the Worm, and Axis Mundi.
And again, all great choices. Storytellers 1's a perfectly good book too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a 2nd edition book. I am 98% sure.
Nah.
Well, the difference can be subtle
Mm-hmm.
with some of those books, and really the way you can tell the dead giveaway is renown,
Oh yeah.
because they converted it to the different system. So if it's got a numerical value for renown, that's a 1st edition book.
10,000 compared to
2 or whatever. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make those books useless, but just that's the different
the
edition.
difference. Yes.
Right. And it's like, it was a conversation I was having or was being had around me the other day. It was one of those situations, I think, where the conversation was being had
Mm-hmm.
and everyone knew I knew the answer, but no one would ask me. They just speculated at me, and it's like, but I could solve this problem. Like, I know the answer. You don't have to fight about it. I can settle this. But that again, it's the tribe books,
Mm-hmm.
is that the first tribe books are 2nd edition books.
Right.
There are no 1st edition tribe books. Tribe book 1 is a 2nd edition book. Tribe book 2, we use quotes on that, which is the revised tribe books, are revised books, aka 3rd edition. It's confusing, I understand, but there is no 1st edition tribe book. Not real.
Ridiculous.
What can you do? It's the ones with the white covers. Those are the first books. 2nd edition books. Get the revised ones. Unless it's Chaldegaya.
Unless it's
I mean, yeah, that book is kind of a
It is.
crime.
It's terrible. The first Chaldegaya tribe book isn't great, but it's not great is way better than the other one.
rough.
It's rough.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Anyway.
Next.
So, next we got from Brother Mouse, a werewolf got a animated series that was faithful to the older editions. Who would be your dream casting for your favorite Metaplot characters?
Ooh.
I don't know who, but Jason Momoa somewhere.
No, animated.
I'll break the litany.
Yikes. I think he's looking for
Yeah, he did say animated. I don't know if I would trust Jason Momoa to do voice work.
I don't even think he's looking for voice actors. I think he's looking for the Metaplot characters in Werewolf.
I just thought we were going for actors.
It's VAs for Metaplot characters.
Cool. I don't know celebrity names, just like 5 or 6. So I'm out, all you guys.
I love the question because it is voice actors, so we don't have to worry about, if
Yeah.
they're too old or in shape. Because, we could have that conversation with a live action casting, and we've done that. I've at least done that independently with some of my NPCs and, making the list of who you would cast. And it's like, okay, well, it's Jeremy Sisto, but it's Jeremy Sisto from like 1995. He's a great Butchers in the Shadows. Today, he can be like the dude on the corner who shines shoes. I don't know. He's too old. So we avoid all that. It's probably it's not right from an ethnic standpoint.
Okay.
I don't know how I even feel about that sentence, but I would love to put Clancy Brown as the Margrave.
Oh.
Okay.
Clancy Brown is the fucking man. And the gravitas to that man's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That would be cool.
I would probably, I hate to do it because I like the actor
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like the character, but I would probably give Jansen Ackles Elbrecht.
Oh,
could see that.
Wow.
I think it would make him far more likable than I think Elbrecht deserves.
Yeah.
That's just my personal loathing.
Fair.
And he could play every stage of Albert's existence.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
he
could.
could.
From the burnout drunk to the now high.
Yeah,
king.
yeah, he could do
I
that.
think he could pull that off.
I take it back. I'd give Go Things first would be Clancy Brown.
Okay.
Jeremy Irons would be
Yes.
the Margrave. I just want him to do Scar. just read Scar.
Yes.
Okay.
That helps, right? I'm fucking the Lion King.
Yes, I know Scar.
I wasn't sure if you were here anymore.
That's a good voice. I did zone out, but I heard Scar.
She got that
That's
one.
good
Okay.
Yeah, well, see, I did that for you, so it'd be more like, you could maybe, yeah, Jeremy Irons, just do the Scar voice is the Margrave. All we need. Perfect.
I don't know who would he play, but I want Tim Roth in here.
Oh, I want Tim Roth he's my favorite actor, dude. He can play any role he wants. I'll let him read for Mari. I don't give a shit. Tim Roth's the man.
I know.
Actually, I would do Michelle Rodriguez as Mari.
Ooh, good one.
And
Forgive me, but who was that Black Spiral lady that yelled a lot that we talked about a few weeks ago?
Zizek.
Azula.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the name of that voice actress, but I agree.
Mm-hmm. Like, especially in the fucking final Agni Kai when she's losing her fucking mind.
That's the one. Yep.
Just
the
dial
unhinged.
up the intensity.
Yeah.
And then I almost don't want to do this either because I think he's overused. But how about Finn Wolfhard, excuse me, as Wolfharm. Finn Wolfhard as Evan.
Yes. Because he's clear.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's just a voice.
Yeah.
But Finn Wolfhard, maybe
He could do it.
Or the guy who played Dustin.
Oh, okay.
One of the Stranger kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe probably Dustin.
Probably.
Is Evan Heals the Past.
That's not bad. I like that.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to think what Tim Roth is. Like it's the
I think
you fucker. Sorry, go ahead, CJ.
I don't. Yeah, this is where my knowledge of meta plot characters is definitely lacking. But I don't know the VA's name, but the person that Studio Ghibli gets to do all the old ladies and shit, like Ubaba from Spirited Away as Mother Larissa.
Mm.
I see that, and even though I'm pretty sure she's dead now, but I can't prove it, and I won't Google it.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse.
We've had too much death this episode.
Right. Betty White.
No, Betty White's dead, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. You can't prove it.
No, I'm sure.
Prove it. Dig her up.
Dig her up?
Come on, asshole. Prove it. See? Hey, Mother Larissa.
But that could be fun.
Tim Roth is Crick Rum.
I can see that.
They need someone with teeth, man. You want Tim Roth. You want unhinged, angry Tim Roth.
Okay.
Not like affable, fucking, what a great guy
fair.
Tim Roth.
All right.
Not Four Rooms Tim Roth. Tin Star Tim Roth.
Yeah. All right. Good point. I just want him in there.
Sure, a lot of people say that. It's Tim Roth, you know? You just want him in there.
Oh my God.
And was totally checked out.
But I think we should move on to the next
Sounds
question.
good.
Yep.
Okay, from Mr. Bag of Guts. How do you design worm spirits?
With gusto. Well, we've talked about this in spirit. We've had spirit design episodes. I think the first thing you want to do is you consider what the spirit is. That's, I think, the most important part, because worm spirit, in quotes here, is meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you mean WORM, but I feel like that's not the case here. What is it a spirit of? And then let's use that. And I think the first thing you want to do is do some kind of word association. Think about, again, as word association is, right? You think about colors and sights and smells and things that you associate with whatever that is, right? Like, let's look at some of my homebrews, like the Gutweiler. So it's a spirit of like gluttony. It's a gluttony-based spirit. So I wanted to think of something. First of all, it's got to be slow. Obviously, food. So it's like a stomach.
Yeah.
Right. Consumption. So it's got the fucking fangs in it. It's leaving the trail because it's slow. So it's like a snail. Right. And that's bile. It's digestive juices. And I just kind of rolled that all together and said, okay. And then I called it a Gutweiler because that sounds awesome.
Yeah, you're really good with the naming convention, but the word association part makes sense. And also, you're really good with that part.
Practice.
Yeah.
But thank you. I mean, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of times whenever I'm designing a spirit, especially a worm spirit, be it Bane or not, like I really focus in on the what is the spirit, like what is it a spirit of sort of thing, or what kind of vibe am I trying to get with it, and kind of building from there. Yeah, focusing on like the what does it look like, sound like, trying to get as much of that physical description down and expanding from that, then moving away from the a little bit of the basic concept, like a wormish spirit of war. What am I going to make that as? I'll start making the physical appearance, start leaning more into one way, and then it becomes more of the maybe the spirit of ambition during war, the person who only cares about getting medals versus the lives of his men. That kind of drive to win the day, seize victory, earn acclaim, earn glory, despite the pile of bodies you have to be standing on top of. And then go back at it one more time to start fleshing out a little bit more now that I've got the more narrowed down view of what exactly the spirit is.
Yeah, I like to figure out what their purpose there is, what changed them, what has corrupted them, and have their look and their purpose and what they do based off of that. So that usually inspires what they are, what they do, what charms I choose for them, how they interact with the world.
Makes sense.
I think it's the long and short of it there, right?
Go blitz through a couple different horror franchises, look at their monsters, and get ideas sometimes, or just look up horror concept arts. Sometimes that'll also help you shake something loose and work kind of backwards.
I've done that too. I'm a big fan of finding crappy horror movies on Tubi.
Movie nights.
Well, sure, that too. But no, because Tubi is a great resource because it's free.
Yes.
Right? Like I don't have Tubi. Yes, you do. You don't even have to make an account. You can just go on there and watch shit. I mean, we're not sponsored, right? So I'm not here to fucking, lavish fucking accolades on Tubi, but they have a ton of horror, both of like, they have decent stuff sometimes, and they have schlock. They have the stuff you would find at the bottom of the video bin if those really existed anymore. And sometimes those can have some really interesting creature designs or jostle something loose. So, you need some inspiratus sometimes. Just fucking troll the horror section of Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Those exist still. Like Walmart.
Well, there was a one I found on Tubi that I used for a creature design. It was a movie that I chose not to put for movie nights because it was called something like Danny Did It. I so badly wanted to, right? But it's like, I'm going to fucking call Danny Did It, and he's never going to stop taking shit for it. So,
Well, thank you then.
yeah, it was something. It was like Danny Did It or Danny Doesn't Matter or something.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like it's all Danny's fault. Something in that vicinity.
Along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, but
It's funny though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ren again with the next question, specifically mentioning that, the Children of Gaia tribe book has their stick fighting with combat maneuvers and everything, but the Stargazer tribe book has nothing on Kylindo maneuvers whatsoever. Why do you think they did that? And is there something to be done about it in BTA?
I can absolutely answer that question. I can 100% tell you why. Isaku is in the Child of Gaia book because it didn't exist prior to the Child of Gaia book.
Huh.
That was something they came up with then. Kylindo and Claviskar, by the way, have both traditionally been player's guide content.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. You want Kylindo moves, you open Player's Guide 2 or you open Player's Guide 3, which again is the revised, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same with Claviskar. I don't remember about the first edition, but don't open the first edition Player's Guide at all anyway. You don't need it.
No.
I mean, for a fun time capsule.
Right.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Probably they're in 2 and 3, or they're in the first edition, but they are in 2 and they are in 3. So that's why, and they're not in 20, as we mentioned earlier, is because, they put in Player's Guide content to the core book, not realizing there would be other books. And so some stuff fell through the wayside, which is funny because they could have cut all of the Changing Breeds content in the core book to include those,
Right.
seeing as the next Kickstarter book was Changing Breeds. Just wasted page count at that point, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
So that's why And yeah, if you want your Kylindo and Claviscar, get Storytellers 3. Storyteller's Handbook. It's the one with, I believe it's Margrave on the cover. Or that might be the Player's Guide 3. Crap.
I want to say that is the Storytellers one, is the one with the Margrave.
You know what? It's on my fucking shelf. We're both incorrect, CJ. Storytellers 3 is Zizek and a really badly rendered Elbrecht in Krynos. He has a human face.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is weird. The Krynoses have human face, but it's Zizek versus Elbrecht on the cover of the Storytellers 3 to tell the difference.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
And as far as BTA, yeah, we're including Claviscar, Isaku, and Kylindo will all be listed in the combat chapter. We are even reworking. I mean, you've heard, if you played Let's Play, you've heard some of our experimentation with Kylindo and how that's going to work, but also we're revamping the moves to make them more interesting than just I spend a rage and rolled X Kylindo. Because if you look up most of the rolls are spend a rage and rolled X Kylindo.
Right.
And do a normal combat maneuver.
Like it's boring. So we want to make it more exciting.
Yeah. And again,
make it more action movie.
We don't have enough work to do is the thing. I don't. So just revamp all this shit. Fuck it. But that's the point.
Yep.
So yes.
Cool.
Next.
Next we got Rips and Roars. Are there other things that cause the delirium besides seeing Glabro, Krynos, or Hispo? And are there other examples of things that might cause the delirium?
Actually, sure. There's a. I mean, there are a few things. Obviously, different Krynos forms of different breeds will do the job. Some Femori, obviously Black Spiral Dancers. I believe there's probably it's kind of crossing the streams here, but I believe there's some Vampiredom that will also, I believe, some level of Deformed Nosferatu, or what is it, the Simsi who do the flesh puppet things.
Yeah.
Meatsy, yeah.
Thank you. Yep. See,
close enough.
It's my vampire knowledge. Fucking, I'm close enough. That's good. I'll take it.
Yeah. And while not being the delirium per se, it's close enough to be delirium adjacent.
No, I mean for the purposes of werewolf, right?
Right.
Yeah. I will say just a small clarification for you, Rips and Roars. Glabro and Hispo do not trigger the delirium normally. They might send somebody to freak out, but it will not be to the level of delirium.
Right, it's just Krynos.
Yep. That's an important distinction. Thank you, gentlemen.
Unless you're a Rokea, then your Glabro does delirium.
Ugh.
But you're going to drown in air anyway. So.
Having to play a Rokea, isn't that the real delirium?
Yeah, this is it's the real hate crime.
Awesome.
Next up, we've got Hush. What are other gifts you would give it a visual flair to, like you have with Battle Mandala and Mother's Touch? Or how would you, for example, describe Visage of Fenris, True Fear, or Razor Claws?
Well, Razor Claws is just sharpening your claws. It's super boring. Like even in the description, you have to take a turn to rub your claws on a hard surface. So that's just boring.
Yeah, there are ways for you to get creative with that in like your environment. Like I know I've whenever my ST let me describe how I was sharpening my claws, we were in like a concrete bunker and I had my guy in Krynos just dragging his claws along the concrete, cutting in paths and sending up what looked like sparks almost.
Love that. And I suppose, gun to my head, right, you give an effect for it, I'd give the claws a metallic sheen.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And let's add to that, let's go to spur claws. I would put little thorns, have those pop up on the claws themselves.
Ooh.
To say the claws of the Horde, I'd have them turn black and yellow, but that's stupid. Like that's funny to me. That's why I said it. That's so dumb. Don't do that.
Yeah. Visage of Fenris, I've actually played with before in how I've described it, of the character seeming to grow larger, like not actually just seemingly occupying more space. If they're in a various furred form, their fur washing out to a more grayish color, fangs and claws growing just a bit more. and all in all, just increasing the looming presence of them, as if you're standing in front of Fenris himself.
Mm.
I like that. And I think you could do the same thing for something like persuasion or stare down.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
take it a different way with persuasion, but you know, stare down for sure. There's a lot of fucking gifts, right? I think a lot of that is a gut thing, and I'm using that as a cop out because there are a shit ton of gifts. And how long do we do this?
Yeah.
We could be here for a while. That could have been an episode in and of itself, probably.
but yeah, probably not. That's not super interesting. But I mean, there's simple things too, like you know, Luna's armor. You know, whether that's it gives the appearance of some actual armor made of like light, or
Mhm.
you know, just your fur looks like silver now, troll skin.
Or do you have a light ambient glow all around
Right.
you?
There
That's
you
not
go.
bad. Yeah.
You know,
I do something like the actual armor, but it only flashes into existence when you need to soak.
also a good call.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Or if you get hit, you kind of pulse.
Yep.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or when you do Mother's Touch, the light blue glow of the hand.
Yep, a little healing light.
Mm-hmm. I like what you did there, Em. I like that one. Low pulse. That's not bad.
Thank you.
We've got another one from Ren. Do you let your players buy off flaws?
What does that mean?
I think if they have a flaw, like they can spend a point to get rid of it.
Like spend
Like
XP
spend
to get rid of
experience.
it, or go through RP to justify losing a flaw.
Absolutely not. If you made that decision, you need to
that's-
fucking live with it. Now, if for some reason there is a legitimate in-game reason for someone to get over that, that is for the plot to decide and a rarity.
Hmm.
You know, having an enemy flaw. Well, if that enemy dies, okay,
Right.
You don't have an
right.
enemy.
But that's a plot-based decision
Mhm.
by the storyteller, not throw money at it later now that I got the stats I wanted early.
Yeah. Like, it's one of the big distinctions I make with my players of I had a player at one point who was having a hard time making their character because they weren't sure what flaws to pick because they wanted a character with flaws. Like, you know, not to make a Mary Sue or something. So the character had to have flaws. Well, yeah, no, your character can have flaws, but there's the difference between the mechanical flaws and then character flaws. Character flaws, in my mind, you can overcome. You can get rid of those. You can play through that. But if it's the dots on your sheet that you took for the early bonus, sorry, that's sticking around without like major story progression.
Yeah, I will back that up with a little
Yeah.
bit of a real world, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a time in my life I was arachnophobic.
Mm.
I got over that shit. Ironically, because of the movie Arachnophobia.
Yeah.
It was the scale thing, right? Like I'm watching that movie with all like the thousands of killer spiders that Jeff Daniels and John Goodman are dodging. John Goodman is dodging things. And then I looked at the two fucking brown spiders, the stupid house spiders on my wall, and I went, I am worried about nothing. Fucking perspective.
That's fair.
But that's the difference between like CJ said, like the personal flaw of arachnophobia that I got over
Mm-hmm.
because I've decided to write that into my character versus the I took fucking experience. I took points. You know, that's currency. Fucking we did a business transaction there.
Right.
I
Yeah.
took freebie points for that. That's
Like-
never going away.
Like, this isn't just the I'm scared of spiders. No, this is something in your brain is hardwired to think these things are the most terrifying thing in the world, and you won't be able to get over
Yeah.
this.
Now, you guys could disagree with me here,
I'm gonna.
but perhaps let's say it is this arachnophobia fear that you bought with
Okay.
points. If there is like a large, long storyline for some godforsaken reason surrounding spiders, followed by your character succeeding in those roles that are required for the fear multiple times throughout this long storyline, and maybe a little spiritual interference there with like your totem or some other kind of spirit that you're communing with, you could argue that you could lift that or maybe make it less potent. But I feel like it would have to be a series of events over a long time, not just I'd like to pay 5 experience to get rid of that.
Well,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I said I was going to disagree with you, so I completely disagree. Yeah, I think you're completely wrong, except for the things that you said.
You agree with the
with
things I said, but
they're all wrong, and I completely disagree because I said I was going to disagree. So you're you're off your nut, and that's crazy talk. Except for the stuff you said, which I completely agree with. Actually,
I'm glad to hear that you're sticking to your
it's
guns.
very important.
And you also agree.
Yep.
But no, I think I wouldn't go so far as totem, because I think everything you said was so completely fucking reasonable that you don't need to get the totem involved at that point. Especially with the only thing I would have added, you covered with the maybe lessening it. But again, that's I would call that's the exception and not the rule, right? Because that's not I'm throwing money at it. Absolutely not throw money at it.
And that goes back to the plot.
Yeah, if this is happening naturally in the plot, like the scenario you presented, 100%. Okay, but I disagree with you completely. Just for the record.
For the record.
You're fucking crazy.
Yep. On principle.
Man of my word.
Yep. Okay. Just a few more questions left. We've got a new face, Glass.
Nice.
How widely do you spread your random encounters, whether social or combative, when planning for a solo game?
Oof.
I mean, a solo game too. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's our one-offs that we've done here and there. Like for me, whenever it is a solo game, assuming it's a one-off like I've done, because I haven't run an actual like one-on-one game for any real length of time, they're not really random encounters. Like if I'm doing a one-on-one session, it's usually highly planned in my mind of these are the beats we're going to be hitting, more so because I've only got the one person to react based off of.
Yeah, I agree with that. In my experience with solo games, yeah, they're much more on the rails, not because you're trying to stifle somebody, but the fact of the matter is, especially if you know your character or the player and then the character, they're easy to guide.
Oh yeah, especially with one.
Right.
Way more easier to guide.
Yeah, there's less random happenstance there. And in my experience, those tend to be more personal stories.
Mm-hmm.
There tends to be, I don't want to say more trust, but the yes and is much higher. No one's vying for the spotlight because there's only one player. So they have the fucking spotlight, and they want their story to be told. They want to interact with this. And that's true for everybody. But there's also those with a larger group, there's contention that, well, I think we should do this. Well, I think we should do this. Well, there's only the one. So it's random is maybe not. Yeah, I'm with CJ. It's a lot more scripted and planned out.
I think that also the encounters are a lot more meaningful. If you're fighting something, it's for a purpose in that scenario. Unlike in some of the times when you're playing with a group and you're traveling through the Umbra and you have an encounter here and then another one over here. Yes, it's helping tell the story, but it's a little more random. But if you're one-on-one, the encounters that the characters are having have more to do with the plot.
No, I agree. And well, shit, while we're on it, I think the concept of the random encounter is, at least to me, a little more D&D and a little less World of Darkness.
That makes sense.
You're going to find goblins in the forest because goblins are in the forest. So they can just randomly, whenever you want something to happen. And I mean, I guess you can do that too with the World of Darkness, but that's not really, right? Like you're fighting Scrags in the Umbra because you're in a place where Scrags would be. You've sought that out, probably.
Yeah, the Umbra feels a little bit more where you're more likely to run into these random encounters because, you could just stumble upon a spirit where, in real life, you're not going to go travel to the next town over and have the chance of getting assaulted by goblins or bandits or a bear.
Yeah. But in the middle of a blight in the Umbra, that's, you can throw a scrag or two at them.
Absolutely, but that's where they live, right? And it is. It's more conducive to the Umbra, I guess. Yeah, I stand corrected on that.
I mean, you're not far off, though.
Yeah, it's not necessarily random because, once again, it's where these things live.
Yeah.
I just think it's more of like a D&D thing. I think like Final Fantasy or random encounter, and I'm going to put those two together before I do that with Werewolf. But yeah, the rest of it also.
Yeah, no, I get it. I see it with a single person game. It's a lot harder to do randomly.
Okay. We've got one more question from Ren. How do you handle player skill and the kind of enemies you throw at a pack?
This is an interesting one because, it can be kind of hard. I've had times where my players have absolutely demolished something I threw at them, and other times where I'm like, oh shit, I might kill them. So, in those scenarios, it's nice sometimes for them to demolish things. It makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel good. But if that's happening every time, they get lulled into this false sense of safety. And you don't want that.
Or you do.
Or you do.
But you also don't want to kill them outright.
Yup.
So, to avoid killing them outright, when I accidentally make something a little bit too powerful, one, I'm in charge of my rolls. I don't publish them. So you can skim a little off the top if you
Put your thumb on the scale.
Yeah. Put your thumb on the scale, exactly.
I mean, maybe he didn't roll 4 10s, he only rolled 3 10s.
And then narratively, is there a reason for this thing to pull out? Do they have somewhere else to be? Is this boring for them? Maybe they can cause a little bit of trouble elsewhere in the room to kind of distract, and then the thing leaves. And then they have something to go after later, this thing that might reoccur. They're all still recovering because they're mostly dead. They can't go after it now, but that's on their to-do list. You don't know what havoc that thing is wreaking out there.
Why did the Dream Chasers get away from those spirals? Well, it's because Dodger distracted them. Why didn't they? Because I don't want them to die right now.
Yeah,
we were
right,
going to
because you can only have that encounter once, and I want it to happen later, so that's why.
Yeah, it's one of those things of, as a storyteller, you're allowed to cheat, as long as you don't let your players actively.
They don't get caught.
And so long as you're not actively trying to murder them. That's
it's good cheating, not bad cheating. It's done for in the sake of the narrative, not for the sake of your ego. As a storyteller, and I cannot stress this enough.
Yeah.
0% of what you do should be about ego.
Yep.
It should be for their enjoyment.
For their enjoyment and the story.
Like, it sucks that your well-laid plan gets kiboshed by some good rules, because that's going to happen sometimes.
Oh, I'm sure.
If your NPC, your big boss, gets one shot, you got 2 options. You fudge that roll, you fudge a soak roll or a dodge roll, or you take the hit. And you have to make that decision. It's okay to let it dodge the hit, but turn about being fair play.
Yeah.
If you do something like that, right? Let's go back to the end of Shadows and Tall Trees, which I'm sure Danny was thinking of immediately. Right. When, the fuck was his, when fucking Drake.
Yeah.
Ludzeroth.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. When fucking Ludzeroth got beamed in the fucking head by one of them arrows and got his brain fucking scrambled immediately.
Yep.
I could have had him catch the arrow and snap and go, ha ha, because I'm so evil and badass and snap. Fuck you.
Right.
I could have done that to provoke.
Because Tom broke the anime rule.
I could have done that to provoke like a larger, more epic fight. But if I did that, I am not allowed to kill one of you.
Right.
Yep.
Like, even if the rolls say, right, like 3 turns later, Jaeger fucked up, he botched, he got his head cut off. I can't let that happen because I cheated to save his life to push this encounter. I can't punish you for me cheating.
Right.
Right. I can pad the running time to make it a fun cinematic thing, but he's already dead. You just don't know it. And I'm just stalling for effect.
Yes. Yeah,
right?
I was just going to say that. You were just stalling at that
point.
Right.
That's what you do. You can't go, my NPC is more important And so now he's going to kill you guys because he's that strong. Now, he already died. Fucking, and you know that. Do it right. You do it for the story and for their enjoyment so they can talk about the epic fight they had, not so that you have a chance to fuck them up. It's the intent is the most important thing there.
It's something that I can even point to examples in other media of doing, small things to help the players feel more powerful at times. Like, this, if the players are having a hard time with this encounter, like, let's say I'm throwing a scrag at these players and this fresh pack, and they are getting fucked up. It's their first session. Somebody's about to die. Well, if there's NPCs that could come in to save the day and would make sense, hey, there you go. Or maybe cut that health bar in half on the scrag. It's been a little emaciated. It's not been eaten well. It's a little weaker. So just one good hit will take it out now. Where at the same time, on the player side of things, this attack that would kill them if it dealt 3 health of damage only deals 2 now. In certain video games, the last 10% of your health bar is a whole actual another health bar, essentially.
Yeah, I remember.
Or if you're playing a shooter, the last half of your magazine deals double damage because you're either panicking, not getting a chance to reload, or there's something in your face keeping you from getting that moment. So the devs want you to be able to survive so you can kill it, reload, and get going into the fight again.
Yeah, I'm running a Pathfinder game right now, and I have been doubling the health bar of a lot of the enemies because one of character can one-shot pretty much everything, and he has 2 hits every turn.
Oof.
And so that the other players can have fun and hit things.
Mm-hmm.
If when he hits something, I just keep the health bar up or double the health bar, what have you, whatever it is that I allow the other people to also get some hits in and then have some cool deaths.
No, that's a good rule of thumb, because at that point you're not increasing the amount of damage the thing can do. You're not making it more powerful in a way that's unfair to other people.
Yeah. I'm giving other people the opportunity to fight.
Right. You're letting other people play, because again, great rolls will happen. Sometimes characters are just built a certain way. Sometimes it's, RNGesus, lots of things. You just want to make sure it's fair and everyone's, you also don't want to punish a player for
doing well.
Right. Well, yeah.
I still give him really cool final hits.
So there you go.
But I also save some of those for others.
Let's go back to the Wendigo one-off in the Postmortem series, right? Where we had that issue with the storyteller who cheated, who rolled back several turns to get his way. That's not how you do that.
Another good rule of thumb that I've seen for instances of like combat, if you have the player who rolls, 6 successes, this thing has 7 health, and they're really in it, they're really into this fight, this thing is almost dead, they roll just 1 shy of killing it.
Kill it.
Yeah, you got it. Or you're doing something really creative, the pack's been fighting this thing for a while, somebody grabs a car door off of a car and Captain America's that, and gets 3 successes. That's really fucking cool. You're getting rewarded. I'm doubling that.
I have both done I'll give you the kill and taken it away from you guys. I've done both of those to you.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep. If the thing needs to stick around just a little longer, it's at 1 HP, maybe 2. Or, hey, you rolled 7 successes on this scrag.
And you needed 8.
I'm gonna claw it, I guess. It's gonna need a couple more hits. Or I'm going to try ripping this thing's head off, or, peeling off sections of its face. 7 successes. Oh yeah, no, that deals full damage. That's good. It didn't soak at all.
Sometimes also you play it as it lies. I mean,
yeah. Depending on situation.
So the last one from Glass. How often do you include physical props in your games, such as the letter for Lucas Scragripper? And do you recommend it for starting storytellers?
I do this a lot.
Oh, shit.
Because I do not have a mental picture in my head. So I like to write down letters or make a part of a newspaper that they pick up to help me with the visuals. And my players sometimes really enjoy it, or often really enjoy it. I do not recommend it for a first-time storyteller. It's a lot of extra work.
No, and I think that's a big part of it, right? Is how much time do you have?
Yeah.
There's the realm of what we would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
That just there ain't enough hours in the day. I wish,
Right.
right? There's so much shit. Give me another 10 hours. Holy fuck. I'll use all of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like not on sleeping.
Yeah.
I need it
And
for other shit.
I need it for sleeping.
Oh, and then there's also the issue of how many of us are running in-person games now.
True.
Oh yeah, I make mine as PDFs, and like I use the Roll20, and so I just put it up there for them.
Yeah, like,
Oh yeah, I've done some similar stuff.
yeah,
here
like
and
there's
there.
still map making. I know there are programs that do that, but you guys have seen my maps. I make those.
Mm-hmm.
I go into a
Yeah.
program and I fucking make it myself. Traditionally, like I said, with the physical props, I've done that with the letters, and again on multiple occasions. And I like with the letters because it does create a physical touchstone.
Yes.
And in that, I use those in moments where it's something that should be a physical touchstone. The letter from Jaeger's father, the letter of Sage Windover Mountain, his dear John to the Silent Howl. That was a physical letter.
That was cool. I remember we didn't see that one, but I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, where we sealed it with wax and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sage, his player, and I worked together on that. And I mean, and again, I was playing in that game, and it was an emotional moment.
That was cool.
You know, fucking, I'm aware of what it says. I helped write it. It still hit. But there you go. Like moments like that where you want that emotional hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It adds emotion to it.
yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for anything.
Really cool.
It is, but do you have the time for it?
Yeah.
A letter you do, because that takes a couple minutes,
Sure.
allegedly. And I don't. You're writing War and Peace, maybe not, but I'd agree with them that anything above that is probably not. I think maybe that juice isn't worth the squeeze, if I'm being honest.
Not for a new storyteller.
Not for a new storyteller, or one with a lot of fucking shit to do. It's more about the time than the experience for me.
Yeah. And I don't do it every single session, but maybe once a story, I'll throw in one for something important or something completely mundane.
Depending how you feel.
Well, I think at that point, if you're doing it that often, you have
Yeah.
to do it for some mundane shit too. Otherwise, every time you have something in your hand, they know it's important.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like
Oh,
the
yeah.
asides, right?
You sometimes want to throw them off the
Yep,
scent.
got to throw them off because, oh, look, Porter's talking about, he brought a little cutscene for a character. That person's going to die now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yep.
just tune it out because I know what's happening
Yeah.
next.
Yeah. The game with the cursed camera, I started it off with them getting their mission briefing from their handler in a closed Waffle House, and I gave them a PDF of the 90s Waffle House menu.
Yeah, that's cool. That's something quick you can do. It's not the same because it's over the online, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
That's a good question. We got one more left, right, Teach?
That is true. We do have one more left, and it is from Slater. Has running or playing Werewolf made you aware of environmental issues, or do you think it's a good tool for raising awareness?
I mean, I have a degree in biology, so that's
That's
things
fair.
I've studied. I think that werewolf is a fun way to apocalypse these issues. And from like the vibes that you get from it, you can do that in like subtle ways that is both entertaining and could be educational. But with it being a game, I like to apocalypse these things, make them worse, and make them not really conform completely with reality. Because it is a game, and I don't like to, well, while it is rooted in reality,
It's a game.
it's a game.
We're here for fun.
Yeah. But you can definitely get across those issues if you wanted to through the just storytelling aspect of it. Give them the vibes. What do these things do to the world around it? It's kind of werewolf already.
I'll say that White Wolf in the past, and that's probably if you're going to do it, it's the way to do it, is don't look to what they were doing it right before. A lot of places is you can point to an issue and say, this is a real thing, heads up. They did that with puppy mills. I know White Wolf, there were certain books. There's a lot of books. It doesn't matter which one. Also, I'm sure the thing in the back of the book is no longer valid 30 years later. You know, you can't get the X-ray specs out of the back of the comic from 65. It's, that kind of thing. donating, like, but they would mention like donating to like a the Wildlife Federation or, things like that.
Sure.
That's saying, hey, this is a thing. And if you want to do something about it, there's how. I think is okay in the books, but is brought up. It's entertainment, and it is not the job of the entertainer to moralize at people.
Right.
It is the job of the entertainer to entertain. And I think understanding that difference is important. I know personally that if someone tells me I need to do something, it makes me want to do the exact fucking opposite, because who are you to tell me what to do?
Yeah.
Don't go throw tires in
the
ocean,
but I'm gonna,
people.
because you
tell
aren't
me not to.
Yeah, because you're telling me not to, or you're sitting on your high horse talking about, how great. It just makes me want to throw a car battery in the water.
But as a storyteller, I could tell you a story with like plots with like love, forbidden love, like a Romeo and Juliet story. And I can have my idea in mind of what I think my players should take from that. But they're each going to interpret that differently based on their own life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what you get.
Yep. Best to just focus on making the game fun.
That's the point, right? That we're not here to. Who are you? Who am I?
Yeah, exactly.
We're all just people trying to have fun, and let's keep it there.
Yeah, but I think that Werewolf does touch on all of those things, and you can absolutely have a fun time playing through them.
I mean, it does, and you can.
While telling the story.
You're right. It does. And there's a lot of media out there that, but it's the difference between presenting something and telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Or throwing judgment or throwing shade, or you can tell a story that's a parable and do that subtly and with, like talent and respect for everybody. And
that's how it should be done. Yeah.
I think a lot of that's missing.
Versus trying to shove it down your player's throat.
Am I open to having a conversation about religion? Sure. Am I open to have a conversation about religion from the guy who knocked on my door and interrupted my day to put a Bible in my hand? No, I'm not. There's a difference. Ever going to talk about the Lord? No.
I was going to say, that does clear out the junk drawer for today.
Look at that. We did it.
All right.
No more lint. Those Arby sauce packets are gone. Fucking beautiful.
Man. I like Arby sauce.
Well, buy it from the store.
I know. It's delicious.
Then you don't need it in the fucking... Why are we doing this? That is the time we have for today. Maybe we went along. Maybe we didn't because of editing. We'll find out. But yeah, that is our time. We want to thank you all for listening. And I do want to say real quick as a reminder, Ko-Fi.com, our Ko-Fi, we have the guilty bundle. We have the postmortem bundles, frankly. We just added, that's not just, but we added Seasons of Wither. We added Long Road to Ruin, and we have the sale going on. Gift code GIMME10 for 10% off now until March 5th.
Nice.
So don't forget about that. Make sure to take advantage of it. But moving on behalf of everyone here at the studio, we want to thank you so much for listening and your support and everything. We hope these have been helpful. We hope you've had some fun, because that's really what it's all about. Ringing that bell, having a lot of fun. In the meantime, everyone take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. He worked too hard on that to make it a bomb.